I love doing sleepovers at your house, and I love playing with you, and I love you, and that I love doing decorations with you, and that I love going to the gas station with you, and that you let me do a lot of things with you, and I love you. Happy birthday. Hi, Grandma. My favorite thing to do with you is like um is to have sleepovers at your house, and sometimes you let me get to do a lot of things, and also um also I like you, and I also and happy birthday, and also I like setting up all your decorations too, and but the sad thing about me is I'm putting away the decorations. I don't really like that sometimes, and yeah, I love you.
Hey, Grandma.
Bye.
One of my favorite memories, some of my favorite memories is when we'd go over to your house for sleepovers, and we'd just like stay up really late and like watch a movie or something, and then you'd always make us crepes whenever we woke up in the morning, and we always got to sleep in, and it was just super fun. And happy birthday, Grandma. I love
Hi,
you.
Grandma. So my favorite memories with you are when we were little kids, when we were little whiny, ungrateful grandchildren, but you would always just spoil us with and just give us whatever we'd want. We'd make crepes in the morning. You'd always give us like candy and stuff. And there's a common stereotype of grandmas always like spoiling their kids with candy, but you also spoiled us with like kindness and love, and so lots of good memories of that. So happy birthday.
I'm so grateful for the relationship that we have with each other, where we can just laugh and joke around and make fun of each other and not take very many things seriously, because they have made some of my best memories, and I'm so very grateful for that relationship that we can share. And I just want to tell you that I love you, and I hope you have a good day.
Mom. You know, it's really hard for me to come up with a favorite memory with you because, first of all my memories with you are my favorite. We have a lot of fun together. We kind of just get each other, and we, I guess, are similar in our sense of humor, so we think we're hilarious even when other people don't. So I'm grateful for that relationship that we have, that we can always have fun together, and that I can always talk to you. And I always love being with you. I have never, okay, maybe a little bit when I was in high school, didn't want to be around you. But in my adult years, I've always just wanted to be around you and talk to you and have fun with you and laugh with you. It's also really hard for me to come up with a single favorite memory because I have your memory, and it's really hard for me to retain things. So I can't be like, remember that one time? I know I have a billion of those in my head, but to recall just one. Maybe it's because I just have too many good memories with you to recall just one. But I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful to be your daughter, and I'm grateful for the example you have always been of love and service. You love and serve your family so much, and that's always been a really great example to me. And I'm so grateful to also have you as one of my very best friends. Even when having a hard time, I know I can always call you and whine and cry and complain to you, and you will let me, and then you will not always fix it, but you will help me feel better every single time. So I am grateful for that relationship that we have. I'm grateful for you. Grateful for the grandmother that you are to my kids, and grateful for the mother-in-law you are to Richard. We're very grateful for you. Anyway, I love you so much. I feel like you just get better as you age. 60 is still young, and you look and act just as young as you always have been. So anyway, thank you for always being there, always being a part of my life and the life of my family. And I love you so much. Happy birthday.
Hey, Jeannie. Happy birthday. Woo! 60. Wow. That's incredible. Hey, so very thankful that Corey and Holly had this idea to share with you this way how we feel about you and what you mean to our lives. And although being on camera is difficult for me to articulate my thoughts, I'm very camera shy, especially videoing. So I've written down my thoughts, and I'm just going to read them. I hope that's okay. And forgive me. It's been a long week so far, but this is refreshing to be able to do this. So I'm thankful for it. Jeannie, you're beautiful in so many ways. You have a beautiful and a powerful spirit. I feel it every time I'm around you. I appreciate and admire so much how you embrace womanhood. That's so admirable, and all that entails. And that perhaps is one of the greatest attributes and qualities I think that you possess. I don't know that very many people understand how important that is. But when we read the family, a proclamation to the world, it's one of the first things addressed in that sacred document. I'm humbled and inspired by how serving and caring you are. First time I really got to meet you was at the old LA Auto location. Stephanie and I came up to see you guys, and you had just returned from running several errands. And when Stephanie asked what you were doing, you responded how you were picking up movie tickets for David and Amara. You were doing something for Grandma and something else for someone else. All while getting your job at the shop done at the same time. I was just so impressed. And it's been nonstop for you ever since, which just shows how strong and enduring and steadfast you are. Well, I'm not sure how long this is supposed to be, so I'll wrap up, but just know how much I love you, and I'm thankful for you and how much you inspire me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you, Jeannie. We love you so much, truly. You're the best. Happy birthday.
Go.
Say three.
3, go.
No.
Go.
No.
1.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
I remember when me, you, Papa, and I don't know, I think it was like Oliver, we're going on a walk, and I don't know if you remember this because I was like 4, and I remember how you just kept calling Papa Grandpa, and I'm like, stop, call him Papa, not Grandpa. And so that was a memory of mine. Bye, love you.
Action.
Hi, Grandma. I remember one year when we went to the cabin and I think it was like near it was like on New Year's Eve, I think, and we started making a gingerbread house, and near the end you let me do the little, what are they called? They're like eyes that are dangling down from the ceiling of the gingerbread house. And another memory is when we went to the car show. We went to see a bunch of cars, and we had really fun. Bye, Grandma. Love you. Hi, Nana. One memory I had with you is when we were at Festival of Trees, and we were looking at one of the trees, and I took more time to admire it. And so you and the whole group went on to down the aisle, and I didn't realize it. So when I looked back to where I thought you weren't there. So I just went to the nearest corner and kind of started like crying. And so a bunch of parents and even a security guard came over and helped me
find you guys, and you guys finally found me, and you gave me a piece of gum to make me feel better. Love you, Grandma. Bye.
Action.
Hi, Grandma. So one of my favorite memories about you is when you made me like a special cake for my birthday, and it was little cupcakes put into a shape of a cake, and it just made me feel so special. And I love how you make the tiniest things, or how you make things feel so special even when they're so small. And thank you. Happy birthday.
Hey Nana, I have a memory, well actually two memories, but they both involve coming over and sleeping over at your house. We went, the first one is of crepes. I know you always make crepes for us when we sleep over, and I love that just tradition and memory. And then the second one is of going to the bowling alley, and you'd take us to the bowling alley and we'd get tots and we'd talk while we bowl, and it was so fun. Love you, Grandma. Bye.
Action.
I have so many memories, but I will just share a couple. The first one that comes to my mind is when I was 13 or 14 and was going to girls' camp, and I got to be in your group, and we were the braided bunch. And I just remember that all the other girls that weren't in our group were all jealous because everybody wanted to be in Jeannie Toll's group because she was the awesomest one. And so I just got to be the lucky one to be in that group. Then as I got older, I remember we went to the silver mine in Park City. This was before Corey's mission. And Bryce was probably 7 or 8 years old, and Aaron 3 years younger than that. And after the mine, we went to a little diner for dinner on the way home. And Bryce opened the menu and wanted the steak and shrimp. And here he was, a 7-year-old kid that wanted steak and shrimp. And you totally let him order steak and shrimp. And I think you got like a cup of soup or a bowl, like just something really small. Maybe thinking that he wouldn't eat it and you could eat it later, or just being selfless and letting him order whatever he wanted. But that stuck in my mind. And then it carried over even to when I first came over for Sunday dinner, and I remember seeing this smorgasbord. There were 40 different options of foods to choose from, and I realized that it's because you wanted to make sure that there was something there that everyone would want to eat, and so everybody was happy. And that's just so indicative of your personality. You're just so selfless. You just want to make sure that everybody is happy and that you've provided for everyone. I can't think of anyone that's more selfless and shares their love and kindness to their family like you do. And so, anyway, so glad that we got you. Love you.
Hi, Mom. Happy birthday. A couple of memories I wanted to share with you. When I was younger, I remember you had this really cool stereo. I don't know if you remember this. I think it played records. And I don't know how young I was. I was probably not even a teenager yet, maybe 10 or 11. And I really wanted to memorize the song from Foreigner, You're as Cold as Ice. It was one of the records I think that you had. And so I'd go down and I'd get the record out and I'd play it. And I'd crank it up and I'd try to memorize the songs. The words, and then one day I turned up the radio too loud. I turned up the sound too loud, and I think I blew one of the speakers, or I did something to it. It didn't sound right. I hurried and turned it off, put it all away. I was so worried about what would happen. I remember you came home. I eventually told you about it, and I just remember that you weren't mad at me, but you were just so happy that I was learning the songs from one of your favorite bands, Foreigner. So I always remember about that about you, and how you were such a cool mom to not get mad at me, and I could always trust that you would love me more than get mad at me and scold me. So that was one memory. And then another memory I have often is when I would come home. When I was a teenager, I would come home and spend time after a late night or whatever, and I'd come and hang out in your and Dad's room. And I would, when I was younger, I think I would actually get on the bed and just watch TV with you guys for half an hour before going to bed. And then when I got a little bit older, I would kind of sit at the foot of the bed and just be around you guys. We didn't talk a lot when I got home, but I would maybe once in a while tell you something that happened. Probably not much. Probably drove you crazy. But just sitting there and being with you in your room was a fond memory. Just watching whatever show you guys were watching was always a good way for me to end my night. So I just cherish these memories that I have for you, and I thank the Lord that He sent me you. You're my perfect mom. He knew what He was doing when He sent me to your family. So I love you so much, and I hope you have a happy birthday.
Nana? Nana? Bryson really likes that Nana is so nice to share her phone and let me watch shows on her phone.
That we were going to sit by a fire and have potatoes and have hot topics and different teas to the teachers.
For Halloween.
For Halloween.
For here.
We got to make. We got to make.
What?
So cute. We want to make the fire bigger.
Why?
Because they can see the fire.
Jeanne is your sense of humor and your sense of service. With your humor, like the song you want for your funeral, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. That made me laugh so hard. And then also, when you're with Steph and Marianne, you guys just feed off each other and it's hilarious. I love it. And your sense of service, you're always so caring. You always want to make all of us happy and take care of us, and we really appreciate it. We love you.
I think of my mom in particular. I get flooded with a lot of memories, all of which are great. We all know her to be overly prepared when it comes to campouts and whatever kind of vacation it is, that she always brings way more food than necessary, and that's the way she's always been. We have gone on a lot of campouts that have been great, and four-wheeling and boating and all of that. Countless times that we've been to Embassy Suites, and that she's always been so great to want to take us and to want to take her other grandchildren, and yeah, that's been really a lot of fun. And then also that she's so selfless and always worries about everybody else more than she worries about herself. She's just an amazing example of what I want to be like, and what I want my other family members to be like, in trying to treat other people the way that my mom treats everybody that I know that she comes in contact with. And then also some fun memories are of the times that she has taken me to some fun concerts. Kansas has been one of them, and America, and all the times we've been up to Def Leppard, and that she's usually the wildest one there.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
We want to wish you a happy birthday, tell you how much we love you, and share a few thoughts we have about you. I, for one, am very glad, and I feel very fortunate to have been able to grow up with a mom like you. You've taught me many things and helped me see many things throughout my life, and even though you might not realize it, one of the most amazing things that I've learned from you and admire from you is your ability and willingness to serve other people and make sure that everyone else's needs are met before your own. I just remember so many times throughout my life and camping trips and all sorts of things that we might have made fun of you a little bit for packing too much food or whatever, but it's really amazing to realize how much care you have for us and for everyone that you come into contact with. And I've just learned to be able to serve other people. And although you might not think that you've been a great mom, I can promise you that you have, and I know that you have been a great mom to me and to all the siblings. So I'm so grateful for you, and I love you so much.
Jeanne, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of the first few times that I met you. I remember December 11th of 2016, and we were having dinner at your house. It was probably pot roast, because Aaron finally realized he liked carrots in his pot roast, and I think Steve wanted to monopolize on that, so we had a lot of pot roast that time of year. And I was looking at my phone a lot that day because my mom was in the hospital, and I was really nervous about how things were going to go and what was going to be said later that night when she was, when her procedure was going to be done. And I remember how kind you were to me and how you helped to calm me down and how important that was to me. And then when we got the news about what was wrong with my mom, I realized and was so grateful that I was going to marry Aaron, and I knew that you were going to be a really good grandma to our kids because, you know, you're going to be their only grandma, and that's something that I am so grateful for. And I know you're going to be the best grandma to our kids because you're the best grandma to all the other grandkids. And I'm just grateful to know that everything's going to be okay because you're going to be around to be a grandma to them, and I'm so grateful for that.